Hey there, Dave Gardner here, and in this MemoryPlace video, we are going to learn how to create a tracking link. And so if you are a reseller and you're looking to earn commissions and maybe build a team and get your link out there, it might help to know where your leads are coming from. And so if you go to the reseller tool, obviously when you log in, you're going to go over to reseller tools, and over on the left is the promo links. When you're in promo link, and it doesn't matter which one you do, so let's say you are just trying to get customers, and so if we click on the actual image, we'll see our actual link, and I can easily click the link, copy the link to get to my clipboard, and I could share that. But if I shared this same link everywhere around the internet, so I posted it on my YouTube descriptions, and I posted it on my Facebook page, and I sent it out to emails, and I did a paid traffic ad and I sent it, to paid traffic. Let's say I did 2 different solo ad providers. If I start getting leads, I don't know where they're from. And so it's beneficial to know your analytics and to understand where some of your traffic is coming from so you can easily create a tracker. And I'm just going to keep this simple. I'm not going to get into sub IDs. We're just going to do one little simple thing. And so all you have to do is click the create tracking link and you'll get a new window that pops up. And what I want you to focus on is I'm going to change. So this is the original link, and I'm going to add an extension after this. So your username obviously is at the end. So you want to make sure your username is in there, and that's tied to the username you created when you signed up for MemoryPlace. And so, for example, I might do, FB post and then maybe even a date. So for example, we could do, 9-28. 22. That way I know when I made a post on September 28th, 2022, those people were engaging with that post and that's how they clicked it. But maybe it was a different post. And if you know, sometimes Facebook shows posts, and if people are still engaging 3, 4, 5 days later, you're still getting notifications that, so-and-so liked your post or so-and-so commented on your post. Because if people are engaging in it, it continues to pop back up in the algorithm. And what happens is then people might see that again. But if you keep posting every day, you might think that that newest and most recent post is the one that got the traffic, but maybe it was an older post. So what I want to notice my cursor is still flashing in there after the 2. I can click anywhere out. When I click anywhere out, you're going to see this name at the end where it's Memory Dev. It ended and it changed. Now, it's still Memory Dev up here, but down here is where it changed. So notice it ends at the Memory Dev where we normally did before up at the top. Everything right here in blue is the same as what we have at the top. What's different is now the tracker that's added. So we have and tracker equals. So that's basically the tracker code. And then this is exactly what I typed in, FB post 9-2822. So what I want to do is actually click create it, because if you don't create it, the system doesn't recognize it. So we're going to click create it. So now it's been viewed at least once. Okay, so we've seen it been viewed at least once. What I'm going to do is I'm going to refresh this page. And what we can then do is now click on that same one that we were looking at. And when we look at the tracker, we can click the tracker and we can choose that tracker, and then I can actually come down and see my statistics, and I can search and see how many clicks I got. Now obviously I've only done it once, so there's only one there. Now if I go back and if I refresh it, okay, now it's been seen twice, and if I refresh the other page, we should see this click to 2. So we got to go back to our image, make sure that we're in the right tracker. So notice that extension is not here. So if I click search, I'm not going to see those details because this is a combination of all different days. So 5 are today, so one was yesterday, one was 10 days ago or 11 days ago, but I haven't even created the tracker since today. So make sure you actually click the tracker, then that will actually add that on your post. Then you can click search and we should see that updated number. And there it goes. We see that we have 2 clicks. And so if someone comes in off of that and becomes a lead or you make a sale, you can actually do some associated numbers and try to figure out, okay, where am I getting my best traffic from? So let's say you go and you create another tracker. So I want to create another one, but make sure, here's the trick. If I create another tracker, make sure you go back to the original one, because notice my long extension here is still held tight. anything I type in here for a new tracker will be added after the 2. So we need to make sure we go back to the original list, go back to the original page, or we could have made sure the alternate was just to make sure you're not in a tracker here. And when you scroll down, it's just your main website that ends in your username and not some other extension. So let's say we want to create another one. So again, we're going to check. Notice both of them up here and down here are the same. So there's no other extension. And then maybe I'm doing, for example, solo ads. So for example, I use Traffic for Me. I use Udemy. I use Traffic Authority. So for example, let's say I'm going to do Traffic for Me, or maybe I'm going to do, I already did one Traffic for Me. So maybe I'm going to do, let's say, Traffic Authority. So I'm going to call it TA. And, I might only do that once a month. I might not do that daily, where Facebook could be daily. So I could call that September 22. Okay. TA for Traffic Authority, and then September 22. Again, once you click out of there, and it already did it, I have that tracker. So that tracker is going to be different. So I want to click Create and Open. So now the system's seen it. I'm going to refresh it again, and then I'm going to refresh it again. So now it's been seen 3 times. So when we go back here, we now have a different tracker, but notice right now I don't see it yet because I haven't left that original page. If I scroll down, I don't see it yet. So I have to go back, basically refreshing it. I can go back to the picture. I probably could have just refreshed my page, and now I'll have both those traffic trackers appear. And so I want to check out that one from the TA, September 22. We're going to do our search. Remember, I just did it 3 times, so we see a magic number 3. Now, this is powerful because you can determine where you are making your money. So for example, if I am doing obviously Facebook for free and just making a post, it doesn't really matter. But if I am spending money in a couple different places, and I have one doing traffic to Traffic Authority, and then I have another ad running on Traffic for Me, and another ad running on Udemy, and another ad running on someone that, maybe I bought some space on a blog with a banner ad, someone maybe is a media buy. And if I have all these places that I'm doing things, and then I also am making videos, maybe I want to have a tracking link on every single video so I know which video is getting the most engagement and clicking on the most links to come back and give me my leads. And then you can also figure out, okay, which one maybe I am going to put more money into. If I spent $100 on, 4 different websites that provide traffic, and one of them gave me, only 10 leads, but one of them gives me 50 leads, that's something to consider. But if those 10 leads actually had 5 buyers and the 50 leads didn't have any buyers, then maybe I want to go with the one that had the 10 leads, because maybe it's a higher quality of traffic versus junk traffic, random people that are just looking for freebies. So that again is how you create a tracking link inside of MemoryPlace. The whole thing holds true. So if we go back to our main promo links, holds true whether you're doing the reseller or trying to sponsor resellers, or if you're just doing general traffic. Now, generally, if you're doing something like Traffic Authority, if you're doing something like Traffic for Me, Udemy, what I would highly recommend is this one down here, and then set up your trackers on that, because this is more for business opportunity seekers. This one, when you're doing things on Facebook and social media and YouTube, and people are actually seeing what you're doing, you're actually telling them and showing exactly what they're getting, and they know that they're getting that when they go to that website. When someone's a business opportunity seeker, unfortunately, the way that the system works, not the MemoryPlace system, but business and entrepreneurship itself as a system, is that most people that are inclined to click on a link or to enter their name and their email are often in the mindset of, okay, I just can show up and make a lot of money, or what's the easiest way can I do it? How do I do something, or what can I sign up for that has the minimal work? So unfortunately, there is a little hype involved in any company, as long as you're trying to get a business opportunity seeker on the side to come in and just to learn more. So obviously that's why it's just a free sign up and they haven't paid anything. So anytime you're doing traffic for paid traffic, I would highly recommend to keep it as generic as possible. And that's why we have this, basically just an inquiry based, learn, make up to $100 a day, never have to talk to anyone. And so that is kind of the truth with MemoryPlace. Really, you just have to get people to take pictures. You don't have to talk to them about buying anything. You don't have to sell anything. You don't have to be pressured. You just have to say, hey, you want to share me your pictures? They're going to share it. Then likely they're going to upload their name and their email because they're going to want to find out. And maybe on the back end, they're going to learn, okay, how are we going to make some money in the process? So really cool again, but hopefully you found some benefit. Make sure you click the link below. You can set yourself up with a free account if you haven't already, and you're going to be able to try it, test it out, and you can get going. Don't waste any more time. Take some action. Make your own event and start sharing those pictures.